Okay, and what method am I using for this one? Just send me up. One more question for the customer is
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I've weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too
Like a Hellcat. Coming like a hell. Like a Hellcat.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we're gonna let it out. Tonight, we're gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out.
I'm my son. Oh, my son.
I do think these early games are a good way to just get comfortable on the stage, feel things out, especially a team game like this. It's a little easier to just be a part of the group, feel a little bit more together than the competitors, than just every single win being about making a step up ahead of them.
Definitely, yeah. It definitely takes a lot of pressure off you. You know, you're not just out there on your own. And just to go back on my favorite player for the game, I think was Shafe at the goal.
Yeah, I have to
really
agree.
made some clutch saves.
I mean, his team has a lot of him. He had to protect that goal so many times in the first 2 minutes.
I know, really relying on that here.
Whoa,
that was beautiful.
Shot from the Death Eagle.
Absolutely, the one-on-one with the goalie. Not a chance there. Death Eagle has shown he has come to play today. He is an incredibly strong competitor.
As these few minutes have continued, we've seen the players, I think, doing a better job of setting each other up for passes. That was Shafe on the setup there for Death Eagle to get the goal.
Absolutely, we're seeing more of a spread formation here, playing a proper offense and defense, and that's going to pay off for sure, as this is still anyone's game here.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat here from the live stream, and the chat is rooting for Team Bloxy Cola, which looks like the home team here.
That's good to hear here.
They're rooting for a comeback.
Another pass up the middle. They've got to come back quickly. Minute and a half on that clock. And Shafe's had to do a lot of work as the goalkeeper here. Okay, Dragon gets possession again, and the passing seems better from the green team thus far. A chance for Roby, too high. And he gets spun out of control as the ball passes back.
Almost gets the backboard shot for himself there. That would have been one heck of a pass.
Self-assist,
Yeah.
stat padding.
1 minute left to try and tie up this game. And at this point, I mean, you're oftentimes just thinking about trying to keep possession of the ball, run down the timer. Every second continues to move in the favor of the team at advantage.
Yeah, this is an intense game, and as we've mentioned, these are some of 10 of the best players in all of Roblox. Each one of them deserves to be here in their own right.
But for these players, this is another game where a lot of them said they weren't experienced. They had to tough one there.
Yeah, and that's not going to stick there. Icy playing goalie this round, switching it up from offense in the last one. He's going to be the anchor man to stop those points from being scored.
You get that slide tackle every 3 seconds. Got to be precise at when you're trying to steal the ball. Poke, a chance for him against
Lots of
Icy
stamina,
again.
full
Right
breakaway.
side, it's too high.
Ooh.
Oh, he nearly had another chance as well.
Taken by the goalie,
out of the
Icy.
way.
Great work.
Good work by the goalie. You got to catch that. You got to get them, charge them down, get the ball. If they're within the goal zone here, you have the power. Make sure to capitalize on that and ensure you don't let them get again. But wow, the home team unrelenting on offense here. I don't think away teams even had a shot on goal yet, while the home team has had full control the entire time.
Cross.
Yeah, good spin there, using those abilities wisely.
Nearly there. Icy saves it at the last second.
Gosh, Icy is just the ice wall here, not letting anything get in.
Another pass in. They just keep going. Poke, third chance of the game. This
one
ends it.
sticks. I mean, that is unrelenting here. Good work from Poke Dragon. I mean, they're going to have to step it up here. You can't rely on Icy this hard to just stop every shot here. We've already seen 5, maybe more shots on goal here. One was bound to go in.
But every kickoff, another chance. Roby in possession, and for the first time, a bit of offense going. The Death Eagle has possession, switches back towards Max. Goal somewhat open, but the defenders do well, and they push it back the other way.
Yeah, all right here. Can this happen
There's
for the
Poke
away
again.
team? As again, they lose control of this ball so fast. Okay, here we go. We got a breakaway here finally.
Great cross.
Oh, and look at that.
Amazing
Players
cross
down the
pass.
field. They are ready. No
Here we go,
offsides in
Roby.
this one. Roby, time to shine. Pull it back for the team.
Nice
Yes,
fake.
and look at that cross up. That is what you want to do. You want to bait one direction for the goalie, make them use the dive, and then switch real hard, real fast back to this side of the goal.
I saw somebody on chat earlier asking Roby to lock in, and it looks like he read the chat and sure did.
Yeah, Roby
goal.
is, again, a master gamer and a developer on his own. He knows every element of the Roblox world, creation as well as playing. Wonderful stuff.
Roby, one of those players who said he had never played SLS before qualifying to this event. Clearly learns quickly. You got to in this competition. Roby again in possession. Chance for back-to-back goals from this man. Can he make it happen? Defenders on him. A pass back wide towards mid, but possession changes over to line. Steal again. Roby might have it back here. Death Eagle, no, stolen. They keep getting so close, but the defenders doing well here from home.
Yeah, Poke Dragon doing a good job here, actually shining in this game too here, coming to play for the home team. Wow, that goal!
Wow.
Through 4 or 5 defenders, the Death Eagle threads the needle. The one European at this event. You know, you'd think maybe a bit more of an expert on soccer. No, he's that's his favorite team. Said a Lithuanian basketball team. Still showing up in soccer regardless.
Yeah, good to see some life out of the away team here, who now pulls ahead 2-1, which just shows you it's not about the shots on goal, it's about shooting accurately here.
Okay, got a little fancy.
Here we
there
go
for
again,
no reason.
Roby.
Oh man, Roby showing he came to play in soccer.
Oh,
It's the short guy from the goalie.
That's brutal. He dove just past the ball. Nearly made that save. Bit of a heartbreaker for Shafe.
That's his second goal. Can he get a hat trick this game?
Yeah.
That would be impressive.
I know, their team now up 3-1, just like that. What was looking as a rough scenario for the away team to start this is suddenly on fire. Home team's got to channel up what they were doing at the start of this and see if they can get that offense flowing. Oh, gosh, and a missed pass.
Is this another opportunity? No. Goalkeeper's just going to take it and push it back down the middle of the pitch.
All right, we'll see here. Things get a little quieter here as the teams kind of cluster. Can they get the breakaway?
Here's another opportunity for the Death Eagle.
Good spin,
Shot
good spin.
left.
Wow.
Oh, and he's there.
Nice save.
Shafe, he's so impressive on the goalkeeper.
Yes, yeah. Great job keeping my goal coming from the first game.
Yeah, that last second save here. Again, you don't want to be staring down the Death Eagle with this soccer ball. He comes fast and furious.
Man, Shafe is on point today. That's another save.
Yeah, the goalies are doing a good job in this game. Offense is pretty unrelenting in Super League soccer. So you got to be on it. Here we go.
Icy, this is your chance. And unfortunately, Duddy just better in that position. A great bait out from him. And that should tie this game back up.
Yeah, you know, it's hard. You can't blame the goalie in that situation. When you've got a one-on-one with that much time, it should be the offense's ball here. You need a defensive player to be there with you.
And that's the issue. We've seen a lot of these teams clumping heavy for the offense, and that can work well. But sometimes you take risks with that. You have no defenders, and your goalie gets kind of left out to dry.
Yeah. All right, closing into a minute left here. The score is 2-3, and again, anyone's game. I'm shocked. No blowouts happening here in soccer. We are seeing fierce competition. And can the away team pull it back? No, they lose it.
Oh, they have it back, though. Line has a good pass. Goes a little wide, Duddy Dud. Off this left side, it's a tough angle to get a shot through, and the pass is not in time.
Beautiful. You need that from your defenders there. A strong offense. Force the pass. Force them into the corner.
Oh, Roby, a shot maybe here. Can he get dove on in time?
Oh, no. Pass to himself. Oh.
You see that attempt of the self-assist backboard into a sliding kick? He almost had that pulled off.
Very smart move.
Oh, yeah. Jay just missed that slide.
Dud might go for a second goal in a row.
Here's his 1v1 against the
goalie.
Left side.
Hey!
Duddy Dud lands it again. He's on fire this game.
Yeah, quick, short shot. The goalie wasn't ready for it. Overshot the dive and could not get the defense. And we are closing in to a potential tie on another 30 seconds remaining in this round.
I mean, you can see the two forwards on the team, each with 2 goals. A great choice in their position.
All right. What are you focusing now? You think you want to play defensive or go all out here in the last 30 seconds knowing you've got a tie game?
You got to go on the offense.
Yeah.
Duddy Dud knows it.
These are the best players in the world.
Yeah, it's true. Go for that win. Don't risk it in the free shots. You don't want to have free kicks.
Lime wants his chance here. Poke Dragon keeping possession for home. Is there anyone to receive that? Up front, Duddy Dud.
The striker.
Could he close it out?
The striker for Bloxy-Cola.
Oh, narrowly misses out. And with only a few seconds left, it goes back down the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, that was a hard, low probability goal there, but the ball's moving down.
And it's overtime.
And it's over. Again, another tie into the free kicks. Let's see what we got here.
Poke Dragon bait
Oh, that was
great
a
movement,
strong bait. Pulls the goalie completely out with a whiff dive and gets an easy, easy tap in. Death Eagle here. Let's see if he can continue his streak. And boom, that is that patented crossover from the Death Eagle. He has got a good look here. Really baits goalies well.
He makes it look easy.
Good
yeah, he does.
Chafe, the goalkeeper, hero of the first match. He's good again. 2 goals in a row for home.
Yeah, you can see they've really developed a better strategy here, going again in overtime. They've all had some practice.
Man.
Oh, they definitely learned from game 1. No one is missing.
Ooh, Icicle misses one there. That's a little rough. The goalie finally coming out here, not as warmed up as the rest of the players.
Oh, he had a chance for redemption, but Duddy Dud sneaks it by. 3 goals landed in a row.
Yeah, this could be time for them to really shut this down. If this goalie pulls off this defense. Oh, and he does! This is now a dangerous scenario. Do or die.
Shea far and away looking like the strongest goalie today.
Definitely.
All right, if he puts this in, it's game over.
Icy, tough position, can't save it.
Wow.
4
Just
goals
like
landed, and that's
and it is over.
Home team.
All right, so we got on this team, Antarel, Death Eagle. I don't know if I saw the names here, but we're going to see it shortly after the judges tally up some scores. We will go back to the board and show you guys where the standings are. But here are our players here. Fantastic performance from everyone. Some spirits higher than others.
Shafe only got 16 points in DTI, but thus far, he's won both matches here in Super League Soccer and is starting to compete with some of those top players now. Goes to show there's always time to come back here.
Yeah, and again, you're never out here. Again, we've got many games on our way on what is a crazy Roblox octathlon today. But let's see those scores from match 2.
All right, so a couple players undefeated here. Lime, Shafe as well as...
Yeah. Yes. Skabadabadi, skabagabadi, skabadabadi, 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 skabadabadi. Cross it, cross it. Dun, 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 dun. Mystical Titan. Cause. Sabi tayo again. Sabi tayo. Come on. Get the godly. I don't want to freaking have it.
Just take a look stare at Jay Party's beautiful face.
Yeah, that's a real stall content. For some context, viewers at home, they're still sorting out some of these tech issues, making sure the monitors and the headsets for one of the contestants is working perfectly. I pulled up some trivia for you guys. You guys are Roblox experts, right? Would you consider yourself such?
Yeah, absolutely. A historian.
Would you consider him an expert?
Yeah, NU is, regardless of his opinion on it. He is a master of all things
Don't
knowledge.
put me on the spot.
All right, I'm going to ask some questions. Just slap the desk to buzz in. This one should be easy. What year was Roblox officially released to the public?
Here you go.
I'm going to say 2006.
Ding, ding, ding. Good job, NU. That's the first point to you. Another year question. What year did Roblox introduce the ability to create and sell game passes?
Okay, I know this one. It's about
Go
the
ahead.
birth of the expansion of our developer program. I believe it's 2012.
You're correct. Another one. This one about number of players. In chat, you guys should play along too. Write in chat who you think this is. See how well you know Roblox. Which game on the Roblox platform holds the record for the most visits as of 2024?
It's probably the wrong answer, but I'm gonna say Blox Fruits.
Incorrect.
That is incorrect. I'm curious. I'm going to give the folks on the chat a couple seconds to respond here. I think they know this one, and it is a surprising favorite amongst the roleplay community, if I know correctly, as I do love numbers, and that is
How are they doing, NU?
Brookhaven.
That chat?
Yeah, what they get? They get it right. The answer, I believe, is Brookhaven.
The chat is still rooting for the players.
RP. Well,
We're still rooting
honestly,
for players.
Good for them.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
they should be doing. I love to see that passion coming out. All right, another historic question. What was the original name of Roblox before it was officially launched?
Oh, this is a fun one, dude. The folks, this is a good one for chat. I wonder if they do know this one.
Yeah.
I might even be wearing those socks. Oh, no, wait, I'm not. We didn't. It's different ones. I believe it was called Dynablocks.
You're correct.
Dynablocks was the original, and it was a physics simulator at the very start here. It was a pretty impressive little creation here to kind of demonstrate science and physics to kids and everyone around the world to kind of learn. I mean, it turns out if you allow logic into a block, you can pretty much make any game the world has seen.
Yes.
And that's kind of the origin, I think, of all video games. And we saw it here in Roblox kind of evolving over the years from the old world of Dynablocks into the Roblox we have today. Full-fledged game engine. So You know, for the folks at home, we're waiting. Go ahead, open studio, start publishing your own experiences, and find out what it means to create and build some of the coolest things around in the world.
What experience do you guys have with actually building games? Have you spent any time in the creation studio and tried that out much?
Yes, actually I have. I went through a tutorial with some of the developers here at Roblox. They went through a simple one for me, but they threw out some terms that were very complicated. I did not retain any of that information. So whoever can make games in Roblox are very smart.
It's so impressive what people actually put together and how much work it takes. I know you get to work with the devs on a day-to-day basis. Must be special to see what creative things people put together in this Roblox game.
I do, and it is fascinating to know our developers from around the world. They are incredible folks who do awesome and wonderful things, but they're also good people. I think that's such a fun part of Roblox. A lot of our creators are building things they want to play, they want to create. It's both a hobby and a profession for them, so we see incredible stuff.
Yeah, and for this tournament as well, we had to ask a lot of developers to change things up about their games and make modifications for this tournament, and it seems like everyone was pretty willing to do that as well.
All right, folks, so here's the deal. We are trying to ensure this is a fair competition as much as possible, and I believe we're ready to get back in it. But to solve some of this out, we're going to be removing the headsets for this next round of Super League Soccer here to ensure it is an even playing field for all 10 of our players. And guess what? I think they're on the pitch.
It's going to be new teams, a new look, and a last chance to make it. Two players competing for that top spot, Duddy Dud and Death Eagle. One of them will be able to be the first making it through. That or 3J, who's going to be on the same team here. Mad Max in possession, sends it up. Good pass, but a little too wide. No one super well in position to receive. Another pass going back. Chance for a goal, and it's not in. Shafe again on the defense end.
Once again.
Yeah, almost bobbles the ball from the goalie there. Thankfully, he recovers that, and it is out of there. Another chance for another play.
I'm looking for Roby.
Yeah.
Which team is he on?
A crowd favorite, again, without a win under his belt and maybe the most goals on the field. Hopefully, Roby gets his big break soon.
He's going to be back on the green team there, joined by Duddy Dud. Jay as well, rocking with the home team.
Indeed, indeed. Again, a little slower of a start here. No one really securing those quick goals in this third game here. I'm sure the defense is starting to shore up and understand the strategies from all the players.
Good defense from Lime. A new person stepping into the goalkeeper position.
That's true. This is the first time with Lime here, and I know they discussed briefly beforehand who would be the goalie as they need to rotate that with their new teams.
Wow.
The quick
Looks like a lot of
turnovers here.
fouls there, but nothing being called. What is happening?
Where is the referee? Those slide tackles are not coming in from the correct angle.
It is vicious in this game. The only way to change possession other than a missed pass is to just go for those slide tackles. Not going to get the red card.
Oh, and definitely, this is that. Oh, not in the sweet spot. I know they try to put it just out of the goal box here. Definitely a specific strategy tied to SLS, and that's what you got to understand here with the best players in the world. Understand the mechanics perfectly well, and we see that kind of sweet spot in the corner. When you don't have an out-of-bounds mechanic, it's definitely where you want to put it for some of the safer passes.
Let's check in with Jay, one of our top performers thus far. Passes it to his goalie, and he'll send things back into the middle yet again. This one a bit more reserved from our teams than the first, but maybe a chance here? No. Shafe, again, very good on the defense.
Yeah, closing in on that first minute. It has passed, and we are still 0-0. Lowest scoring by far, and really low shots on goal in general. Nothing too serious. It's been pretty casual. Defense playing it up.
Maybe that long pause really slowed down their adrenaline.
Absolutely. Gave the players time to breathe here. And I think, again, we're seeing a bigger plan. These folks are learning just as much as we are, again, how they play, how they perform, what the strategies are. But here's the first breakaway, and that is it.
Oh, Death Eagle.
Our top player in the standings thus far, Death Eagle with 66 points. If he can win this game, he would bring home the first spot in the top 4 for himself, and he wants to do it with his own hands.
I know we've talked a lot about his skill in so many competitions. If anything, the players maybe need him to get out now. Give other people a chance here, as he has demonstrated he has a strong fortitude for a broad array of game types.
It is truly a luxury to qualify this early. But it seems like there is a bit of a technical problem with the match. For competitive integrity, the admins have made the decision to reset this game. So forget what you saw in that one. We're resetting to where we were. With 2 games finished on Super League Soccer, 1 yet to play, we want to ensure that with stakes is high, everything is perfectly competitively fair for our players. So they're making that call. We'll get you guys back into game with the proper third match as soon as possible when that technical issue is sorted.
All right, well, it wouldn't be a sporting event without something to solve in the physical world. So we're going to get that resolved here, folks. Thankfully, that was a much slower game here. Defense was really dominating that one. Not a lot of hard breakaways. So, you know, it is what it is. But still, An exciting day of competition. So while the team figures that out, we're going to talk about a couple other things here. Maybe get to know some of our players. Maybe some fun facts about the folks competing today. As you can see behind me a little bit on the screen here, they each have a color. That is the player's corresponding color. So as we go about the day, their outfits will be marked with that so you can understand who they are.
And it matches the monitor back there, so you can kind of reference the face to the player as well of who the real person is repping that Roblox avatar.
And they've got their outfits to match here, a very stylish way to identify folks and keep it cohesive. So very cool stuff.
Indeed it is. It looks like they also have pretty jackets as well with their names that are matching up for this event in you.
Yeah, can I get one of those after this is done? Or just steal it off their backs? I really want, I like those jackets.
Well, don't let him in the player room. He's going to start pickpocketing people for jackets.
If somebody wins the $1 million, they could afford to give me their jacket.
I want to see if we could take another look at those points maybe, because we're starting to get to the point, like we were talking about, where the first player is going to qualify their way into things. And every time you win at Super League Soccer, you get 20 points. You see it thus far for Shafe and Duddy Dud. But the overall standings right now have the Death Eagle and Jay and Duddy Dud as the top 3 players. So basically, if any one of those players is to win this next round and they don't have someone with more points than them on the team, that's basically their ticket into the top 4. So definitely important things to look at and important players to keep watch on as we get into this final round of Super League Soccer.
Exciting times, exciting times. But don't worry, after that, we're going to be playing some blade ball. We're going to be playing some slap battles and, of course, doors to round out this progression system in the first set.
I want to ask you guys, we got a lot of games today. What are you most excited to watch?
My favorite on the list is definitely Blade Ball, and that's coming up next, so I can't wait to see that.
Why do you like it so much?
I like that it's fast-paced, action-packed, and not a lot of teamwork because I'm not into that. I like individual competition, so I like to see that bring out their fierce competitor in these players. So I think that would be very exciting. A lot more shouting in the back, probably.
Yeah, Blade Ball is an exciting game of reaction speed. You know, I'm pretty excited for Rivals myself. I know we've talked to a lot of these players. Rivals is one of their favorites, but I think as just an internal employee, we play a lot of Rivals. It's actually how promotions are decided within Roblox. Fun fact here, so always ensure you're on a team where you're better than your boss at Rivals.
How do I apply?
I know.
That sounds like a great job.
You'd love it. So that's going to be a real exciting thing to hear.
I think I have to agree on Rivals. When I was prepping for this event, I played all the games, and I gave myself like a good few hours to practice them all, and I think I spent half the time just playing Rivals. Because I got a win streak going, and I was like, I can't stop now. It's really addictive. I love how the movement has so much skill expression in it. You can really go back and forth with the slides. You can out-movement your opponent in a lot of ways. And with that main AR only having 20 bullets, precision, movement, it's all super important. So a super fulfilling game to play, and one that even for players that hadn't played it before, I think a lot of them had the same feeling we did, that it was one of those games that just gets you hooked once you start playing.
Yeah, high adrenaline, high-paced play, and a fun competitive mode to boot. It's really got the perfect recipe.
Looks like it's 2-1, Rivals versus Blade Ball. I want to see what the chat says. Let us know what your favorite games are on here today.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of them. You know, in the meantime, I think we might just toss it over to our correspondence team. I know they've had some time to think, some time to talk. What's going on over there?
Hello, J Party. We are just talking about our experience in this event ourselves, right, Geach?
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not good at any of these games. So I already know my strengths, and I just, when the hunts start, I do my thing. I jump in. I just kind of like dibble and dabble here and there, nothing too serious. But Sabrina, you actually had a chance to, you got all the tokens, right?
I got all the mega tokens. I did. I think I did a total of 19 hours streaming live. It's not as long as some other people. However, I did have the help of the community, so I had a little bit of a people helping me through.
W community. Which would you say was the most challenging game?
Oh my gosh, definitely Pressure. I literally, there's a clip of me screaming. I'm like, no, like because I tried for 4 hours straight before I beat it. Yeah.
What?
So I got the mega token after like 4 hours. Yeah. They did nerf it though, so.
Did they nerf it before or after you got the mega token?
After.
Of course.
After.
Because that's how it goes. That's what happens. And so when you were working through that, did you have your community helping you with that as well, or were you just
and they're in there just giving me moral support because I was literally just doing the same thing over and over and dying over and over. Yeah.
And you didn't.
But I became a pro by the end. Like I felt like my last run was so good. I should upload it as a video.
You definitely should, because after 4 hours, Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put it out there for the people to see. So how did you actually get? What was your intro to Roblox? How did you get into Roblox?
I started in 2017. I had a gaming channel already. People were, commenting, you should try Roblox, you should play Roblox. I actually played it with my little brothers at first. And then I was like, this is kind of cool. There's so many games. And just, within
You stupid.
in the offensive. You know, very brave, showing off his quickness. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for him, but I like to see him keep that going in the next match.
But placements are still important in Blade Ball. Making a top 3 across, what, 4 or 5 of these games, or even less than that, is still going to be enough, even if you're not winning every single one.
Yeah, we are seeing that as well. It is tight race amongst the top. So anything matters, every win. Can't let yourself get down. Momentum, be darned. Come back and win it. And we're in here.
There we go.
Match 2 of Blade Ball.
I'm looking at 3J here. I want a redemption run for him. He went out first in that opening round. Here's his chance to do a little bit better here. And thus far, he's mainly eluded the ball. Nice defense from him. And he's going to get into a bit of a rally early on.
Yeah, playing with that delay. Use those abilities now. Let folks kind of hopefully screw up their timing at the base level here. Knock out some of the good players with a surprise.
Freeze looks like the most popular abilities the players are electing to choose.
There goes Icy. Now, where is Death Eagle? This is a real cheeky spot.
Finding his way onto the tree. He knows things others don't. Look at that stylish avatar right there. Let's see if they can find where he even is. People might get a little confused when the ball disappears into the trees.
Yeah, you can also kind of aim when you're bouncing back, so if you're not paying attention, you won't see him up there.
Again, Rapture, very well.
Yeah, Rapture's showing a good job here. Everyone is really focused on that timing of a direct flight. When you see that arc and that increased speed, it throws things off.
So for viewers who haven't played a ton of Blade Ball, what does Rapture actually do, and how does it change how that ball travels?
Yeah, so Rapture is an upward slash where you're seeing a different kind of velocity coming from the ball.
And that's that flaming sword icon we're seeing on a player like Poké-Dragon.
Significantly increased curve and an influence on the power here allows for, again, a shift in timing, trying to throw off those reaction speeds.
Personally, I've never avoided a Rapture before. I've always died when it's used on me, so I'd like to see somebody survive that here.
It's going real quick here. Frozen up in midair. Who is it going to go after here? Death Eagle in the hot seat. Needs to reply. That's good from him.
Oh, wow. Actually, incredible anonymous line play there. You saw Death Eagle hit a direct shot to the person right to the right, and they still recovered it. At this point, this is where things heat up. People are going to be falling real quick at this ball speed.
Oh, even with the freeze, he did not cover.
He did not count to 5 effectively. We'll have to bring that back to counting. Oh,
wow.
Look at that double. Roby turning it on. He could do it.
He was kind of the unsung hero of Super League Soccer, scored a lot of big goals, but only actually managed to win 1 round of it.
Oh, good freeze there. Giving Poké-Dragon enough time to back up, though. Hopefully he's got the space. This ball's going to become nice and slow.
Going to max, yep.
And this is as fast as it's going to get going. Zipping back and forth. Our players doing well to react. It seems like it all comes down to the abilities with how you survive. And just the flick to the left there is very nice from Mad Max. I don't think Shafe was ready.
No, sending him back to the AFK zone to observe this match from afar.
Now Roby's on a tree.
Yeah, we'll see. It didn't work out for the Death Eagle, who did go down on his tree, but Roby, king of the jungle right now.
Rapture used. Actually, I think the first time we've seen Rapture not end in an elimination. But there's one back with the Rapture as well.
Look who we see again. Antarel, defense of the soccer, now showing this is what matters in Blade Ball.
I want to try and check in with Antarel. Let's see if he can go back-to-back here.
Yeah.
And win both rounds of this one. Has looked so good in this mode thus far. Clear the practice is paying off in a long rally. At the Rapture, he avoids it. Back it goes again. Antarel staying alive.
Incredible. Double elimination.
Impeccable from him.
All right, Roby is in it, though. Let's see what he can do here. We've seen some of these favorites already coming out here. Is he going to stay on the street for the one-on-one? Interesting. A good position. We see the rundown strategy happening a lot. Folks close that gap, force incredible reaction speeds back and forth really, really quickly, but we won't see it here if he stays up there, which means, no, he's coming down. He's going to play off this field. Doesn't like the angle for himself either.
It's going so fast. Who's going to make a mistake first? Who messes up at the beginning? Roby is down.
Again for Antarel.
Back-to-back for Antarel.
That is huge for Antarel here. Really suddenly securing his spot here so far in Blade Ball. Really important stuff. Incredible to see. Back-to-back wins showing he does have what it takes.
Truly impeccable from him. I mean, just looking so clean with the reaction times. I think having really good positioning throughout and definitely not afraid to take fights. We saw a lot of players trying to hide, almost play placements up in the trees, and it worked pretty well for Roby to get second place. We'll take a peek at the scores here, which is going to show us another 15 tallied up for Antarel, adding 30 to his running total.
Can he go for the perfect score in 5 matches?
That would
be ridiculous.
That would be
clean sweep of Blade Ball, and unfortunately, Roby going for the clean sweep of second place. But hey, that's still a lot of points here, keeping him in this game. A couple wins might be what he needs to pull ahead.
We got to see more from Jay. He lost first in the first round, went out early in this one as well. There's 3 matches left to turn it around, but definitely has to step things up for him.
Yeah, scores are tight. I will say again, anyone's game still just got to get a couple more wins here. And it's not over yet. Blade Ball is just the beginning. We've got some slap battles indoors still in the progression round, so there will be some more folks moving on. However, after Blade Ball, we will have one more progressing. So, all right, the folks are getting secure. They're getting in here. Final game. All right, and how you feeling? Who's going to take this one?
Third game. There's still
3
games left.
After this.
Third game.
I'm just gonna go with Antarel. He's shown nothing but perfect gameplay here, so I don't want to be wrong here.
All right, you've heard it here. The master of Blade and Ball. We'll see how this progresses. Look at that. 2 players already running into each other. That was a quick close.
I like that from Poke Dragon. Had a couple rough runs here in Blade Ball, but starts things off with an elimination.
Yeah, impressive stuff here.
Tough positioning for Icy right at the start there.
That was.
Freeze onto the ball.
No obstacles on this one. The folks are on a flat, even playing ground. There'll be no hiding in the trees.
Death Eagle. Very interesting strategy. He's just going into the center of the map here. Clearly extremely confident in every one of these games we've seen thus far.
There's no tree to stand on, so he's got no place else to go.
Yeah, Icicle and Poke out already. The remaining players still on the board here. Doing the spread out, slow play for the beginning here. No one wants to get sloppy on these easy hits. All right, good catch on the freeze here. You don't have to wait for freeze. That is important. People can close in on that gap and just hit it, which I think is part of the mental bait. They want you to run forward and forget your timings on defense.
Yeah, the thing is, though, sometimes when it's frozen, you basically have to choose, do you back up and take the risk on the timing, as we see doesn't work out from Lime, or do you close the gap and do that? Because it is tough to get the timing perfect with how fast that ball gets moving.
Indeed, indeed. We see Shafe playing with the jumps there. The jumps is a dangerous one. It can throw off your ability to see when exactly that timing matters, but it can confuse your opponents as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It almost looks like he's reacting less off of actually seeing the ball and more off of just like feeling the timing. It's a very cerebral way to play it. Is unfortunately for the Death Eagle, he's eliminated early this round.
Look at his expression. That must have been devastating.
Yeah, that is devastating, but I will admit his fun fact on his player card was that he is a good loser. Unfortunately, we don't want to see that today. We'd like a good winner.
I don't know how fun that is.
Sad
It means he's a
That's
good
a sad
sport.
fact.
No, it means he's a good sport, and that's what matters in a competition like this.
Oh, it's going real quick here. Couple freezes from both sides. Shafe ready to receive this one. Does he have the timing perfect? It's not going for him. Another freeze, and that's an elimination.
All right, but still some important folks in that. Unfortunately, that is Jay, and this was an important round for him. But guess what? Roby is still in it. Antarel is still in it, and these folks are on pace right now for the top scores.
And honestly, I'd love to just watch Antarel here. A chance to go for the three-peat. And thus far, he's playing a little bit back.
Yeah.
Letting the other competitors eliminate each other. He does a great job of choosing when to get proactive, when to actually become a part of this fight. His ability's online. It's going real quick back and forth. Antarel not finding him yet. Frozen for a moment. Roby hits it.
Wow.
Mad Max is gone.
And that's unfortunate, coming right to him from around that corner. He might not have been looking the right way.
Roby has been our other best player of Blade Ball, and him and Antarel are both in this. Another competitor, though. Someone who was good in the last round. Shafe here as well with his chance to dethrone Antarel in this mode.
Yeah, I think we saw some impressive goaltending, or goalkeeping from Shafe. Oh, in that
Whoa.
last round, but
That's Roby gone.
that's Roby.
1v1. Antarel. He's three-peat on the line here. Up against Shafe. The goalkeeper extraordinaire. It's back and forth so quick.
Wow,
And
3 in a
Antarel,
row.
3
That's insane.
in a row.
Look at that fire emoji on top of his head. That must feel real good.
That is an important win from Antarel, who takes 3 top spots in 3 rounds here. Boy, he must be feeling good. You've got a little room to breathe here, a little bit of a buffer. Yeah, that is the face of the champion of the Blade.
Yeah, I'll tell you
And
what,
Ball.
if he gets a little bit better, he might just be able to match up against me.
Yeah, we're going to see that
Yeah.
in the
I
Caster
feel like he
Throwdown.
might crush you, no offense. He looks kind of undefeated right now.
After this competition, I challenge Antarel to a 1v1
Okay.
in play ball.
Let's see it.
Yeah, you know, we did have one of our teammates warming up with these folks earlier as a 10th sub-in 10th player who we consider a very good player, and he was destroyed by every one of these guys, so
Yeah.
they are good. All right, folks, looks like the scores are in. Let's check it out and see where we stand. No surprise there, Antarel sweeping Blade Ball with 3 victories and 45 points on the board.
Antarel had 66 points coming into this one from 2 wins in SLS and a solid performance in DTI.